Hello, and thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, Senior Meteorologist with Nutrien Ag Solutions. Temperatures across the region here on Friday morning, anywhere from the 50s and 60s down to the mid-40s in some of the higher elevation areas across Vermont and New Hampshire. Checking out the satellite picture early this morning, we've still got our cutoff low just kind of spinning away here across the mid-Atlantic, slowly making its way off to the east. We've got showers and storms associated with that pushing into southern and western portions of Pennsylvania this morning. We'll continue to see a risk of maybe some thunderstorms across much of Pennsylvania today and tomorrow, pushing into upstate New York during the day Saturday and Sunday. Not talking about much in the way of severe weather. In fact, really not likely talking about any severe weather across the Northeast over the next several days. But again, the chance for maybe some rumbles of thunder as we head through the morning across western and southern Pennsylvania. And then as we head into the afternoon across much of the state of Pennsylvania, eastward across New Jersey, and then into portions of western New York during the late evening hours. As we head through the overnight into Saturday morning, showers and storms continuing across portions of New York State, off toward the Atlantic coast here, parts of Rhode Island and Connecticut, maybe a few rumbles of thunder during the overnight. It's taken into Saturday, this low finally beginning to exit across the Atlantic Ocean. Still maybe some showers falling across coastal areas here, portions of southern and eastern New York, New Jersey, maybe eastern Pennsylvania, parts of Connecticut and Rhode Island, maybe southern Massachusetts, seeing some of those showers as we head through the day on Saturday. As well as that cutoff low finally begins to make its way out of here. So total precipitation between now and Sunday afternoon, kind of a smattering of precipitation across this region here, kind of along and south of that line. Southern New York, much of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Rhode Island, seeing the chance for anywhere from a few tenths of an inch to maybe an inch in a few corridors there where we get one of the heavier showers or storms through the region. So the upper level pattern looks something like this. We've got our cutoff low spinning away across the Ohio River Valley, the mid-Atlantic. That's going to make its way off to the east as we head through the next 24 hours. We've then got this trough kind of disorganized off to the west. We've got disorganized southwest flow across the western half of the country, where we've got a more organized trough to the northwest, and then little disturbances within the flow here across parts of the southern plains, and that's helping kick off some severe storms across the central U.S., rounds of showers and storms, but that's also going to kind of just keep the Gulf of Mexico open as we head into next week, allowing for quite a bit of precipitation across the central U.S., much of which missing us here in the Northeast. So that's a lot of conversation about something that doesn't impact us too much here in the Northeast over the next 4 to 5 days. So here goes our cutoff low. It's over the Ohio Valley on Friday morning, exiting by the time we get to Saturday, finally getting on out of here. We'll see another trough, a little shortwave, try to make its way in here, but kind of losing its oomph as we get through Sunday into Monday, and then really resuming a pattern here where we've got this broad troughing out to the west, we've got ridging across the Northeast, and that's going to keep us dry and warmer as we head into the early to middle parts of next week. A look at the response at the surface, just kind of showing the moisture content within the atmosphere. I really just want to show you how we're just pumping moisture northward into the eastern two-thirds of the country, but really focusing it on the midsection of the country. So that's where we expect the heaviest precipitation to be. We'll look at the next week with the European model here, bringing it back to Friday morning. Again, watching the cutoff low bring showers and storms to parts of Pennsylvania, southern New York, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and Connecticut through the next 48 hours, exiting as we get into Saturday night and Sunday. We then see that Monday shortwave trying to push in, bringing just some showers and storms maybe to western portions of New York and Pennsylvania as we head through. This will be late Sunday night, getting into Monday morning. And then we're really going to just start honing in on this central U.S. corridor, not with, incredible severe weather outbreaks and not with widespread devastating flooding, but I think just persistent showers and storms across this region until we get to the end of the week and we see a cold front sweep through here. This will bring an end to the warmer weather and that heavy rain threat across the central U.S. It'll also bring our next chance of organized precipitation to the Northeast. Still way out there though. May 30th, May 31st is what we're talking about with that one, so we'll be able to talk about that plenty more as we head through the coming week. The next 3 days of precipitation, this will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, again focusing across southern portions of the Northeast, keeping the northern half of the Northeast region here. That'd be upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, and much of Massachusetts dry through the next 3 days. That same corridor going to be mostly dry for the following 3 days. This is now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Here's that chance for some scattered showers and storms Sunday night into Monday across western areas. And we will put those two together. This is the next week of precipitation. Again, heaviest across the state of Pennsylvania. That's where we've got the chance for corridors of 1 to 3 inches of precipitation, but quite dry as you head north from there. As we talk about upstate New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Maine, we're talking about scattered amounts here, around a few tenths of an inch, with a lot of areas remaining completely dry over the next 7 days. Just confirming that, here's the forecast from NOAA. The next 7 days of precipitation, again, anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches across Pennsylvania, portions of southern New York, eastward toward the Atlantic coast, dry across the northern portions here. And then we've got the European ensemble on the left, GFS ensemble on the right, confirming basically the same thing. And then just to drill it home, this really kind of just hones in on the probability of 1 inch or more of precipitation being locked in there across the central part of the country. And then as we look at the Northeast specifically, we're talking about the heaviest amounts being across western Pennsylvania, western New York. This is the probability of 2 inches or more of precipitation. Again, quite low across the Northeast. The only place you're finding those probabilities start pegging anything measurable here, 10 to 20%. It's going to be across western areas. So that really kind of drives the point home. If you're looking for precipitation over the next 7 days, it's really going to be kind of focused on this region here across the Northeast, with the heaviest amounts right here across the west, many areas remaining dry as you head off to the north. Your high temperatures for the next several days, quite warm to the north today, 70s and 80s, with mid-60s across the south, where we've got that cutoff low hanging around. The cool, gloomy weather begins to finally exit here as we get into Saturday. Check out those highs Sunday and Monday now, warming into the 70s and 80s, widespread across the area except across coastal areas. We've got a little bit of that cooler ocean influence, keeping things in the upper 60s and 70s, but those 70s and 80s will begin to push toward the coast as we get to Tuesday. Have a great day and a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you once again on Monday morning.